other. He's a friend from work.
I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe.
Don't you ever talk about me!
The Killing Time Podcast with Lux and Cody.
All right, welcome back. I think it's episode 13 now of the Killing Time Podcast. Your hosts here, Gary and Lux and Cody Chrissy. Just a reminder to stay subscribed and turn on the notifications so you'll see when we upload. And thanks for watching, everyone that's been watching so far. Appreciate it. I know a lot of these are long, so if you watch the whole thing, that's awesome. If you don't, you do whatever you want to do. But as long as you guys are watching us, I got no complaints, right?
Let's go, baby. Episode 13, Killing Time Podcast. Here we go.
I'm just glad we made it.
I'm fired up tonight, dude.
You know?
I'm fired up tonight.
That's good. I'm glad to hear it. Why are you
I've been
so
fired up all day.
Why are you fired up?
I've been fired up all day. It started out with the cold brew from Starbucks. I just got fired up, dude. I was in there yelling. I was like, this is what we're going to do today, boys. And it was basically just like, hey, let's take out some of this cardboard.
Oh, that's what happened?
I'm just talking shit. No, I have been in a good mood. I have been fired up, but I was looking forward to doing the podcast.
I didn't think you were a coffee drinker.
I like the cold brews, man. And honestly, I just like how that little stimulant of caffeine where it gets you focused.
Gotcha. But you won't drink hot coffee? Man. You don't like it?
Not really. Not really, no.
Yeah. Coffee does. I like the smell of coffee. It's that bitter shit, that burnt shoe taste that leaves in your mouth. It's like, taste the ass.
Yeah, and coffee's, it's exactly what you're saying. So coffee's one of those things where if you don't have enough sugar, it's like a beer to me, man. It's like, that's why I don't like to drink much beer, because it's like, how is this enjoyable?
Right.
Hey, big guy, what's up?
Oh,
big guy. But like the coffee, dude, it's like you have to put sugar in it to make it enjoyable. But then who wants to sit and drink that such of a sweet drink?
Right.
With the cream, I don't know. It's not enjoyable. No, it's not. Cold coffee though, I can throw it back.
Yeah, so the closest thing to coffee I ever drank, so there's the Monster coffees.
Yeah, the Javas, I drink those.
When the Java Monster first came out, there was a Russian flavored. It was just called Monster Russian. It was like in a red can. I don't think they make it anymore, but that. It's probably terrible for you, but I did drink those. I would like those. Because like the smell, I mean, there's some coffee out there that really smells good. Like sometimes you go into a coffee shop, it really smells good in there. Like I like that smell.
Yeah, brewing coffee.
Yeah.
When it's brewing, it smells good, but
the first swallow is fine, and then once it's down, it's like it's in the back of your throat and it's like burnt shit. I just don't like it. And people, it's like a freaking...
It's like burnt shit.
Yeah, dude. And the people
shit.
line up burnt. Maybe bird shit. I've never eaten bird shit before, but people line up around the block for this shit. And like people's lives revolve around coffee. I don't get it. Not for me.
No, I'm good.
Yeah. I also don't
I'd rather
like...
do a line of Coke, a couple Adderall.
People are like... I can't cooperate. I can't operate without my coffee. I need my coffee. You're a drug addict. That's what that means. People don't want to realize that.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. It really is.
You got a dependency. I don't like to have dependencies on shit.
For sure. Yeah, I can't. My morning doesn't start unless I have my coffee. Well, an alcoholic's day don't start unless he has his booze. So
yeah. Yeah, people don't realize.
I just can't. I can't get I can't get rolling. I just can't get with the program. Got to have my coffee. Gotta have my heroin.
Seriously, liquid heroin. It's what it is, pretty much.
I love heroin, man.
Love it.
Heroin's the shit.
So I see you updated your surroundings there.
Oh yeah.
What you got going on there?
Well, okay, so here it is. I know you're disappointed because of how big of a Penguins fan you are, but sometimes I rip the poster. Okay, I ripped my poster, and I knew when I hung it there, it was probably going to happen, but whatever, it did. So I knew how much you love the Penguins, and I didn't want to disappoint, so I went with the next best thing, Nathan Diaz fan.
Flip me off,
I had that since I had that for a couple Christmases. I just was like, I gotta bust it out.
Mm-hmm.
It was rolled up. You could probably tell, but it's something I know you like. I know you have to look at it. So I think you first. I know how big of a Nathan Diaz fan you are.
And Connor.
Yeah. So
now every time I look at you, I got Nate Diaz over your shoulder, flip me off.
Yes. I knew the Penguins probably disappointed you when it went away, so I made sure it was the best. And then, being as wrinkled as it is and everything like that, I'm not sure what approach I'm going to go. I was thinking maybe Billie Eilish, something like that. Because I think about you, man. I know you have to look at what you're looking at. So
if it wasn't for copyright, I probably would have had one of her songs as our intro song. That was like I was debating it. I was like,
I'm sure.
And then I was like, you know what? To get rid of the copyright, what I could do is just as easily I could like redo one of her songs because you really don't need any talent to do. I don't need, but you're a bad guy.
All these kids are
I don't need any.
All these kids are on there like it's so satisfying.
Oh my god, it's so groundbreaking. Like, oh, it's amazing. Like I could have just easily busted that out real quick and then Killing Time podcast right at the end.
I'm not with the times.
No, you know me.
I'm not with the times, man. I don't get the music. It doesn't do it for me, man. But hey, there's clearly a fan base for it. But it's not me.
I can't it's hard for me to comment on it because people could just as easily say the same exact shit. At least what's the word? Not aesthetically, because that's how you see things, but just off first listen, people could easily say the same thing about the music I listen to, which that's fine. You could say and think whatever you want. So I can't really say too much. But having said that, I got no problem admitting that I don't get it. That's the easiest way for me to put it. I just don't get it. How it's in an allure or there's any appeal to it. I just don't get it.
No, and I don't think you should. I think music that's the special thing about music. It's something that moves you in a certain way. I mean, it's a sound that moves you and it gives you happiness, joy, rhythm. I mean, it's just if it doesn't do that for you, then it's okay. That means it's just not for you. Yeah. Right? Because that's the beauty of music, right? There's so much diversity that it's when that song comes on that Lux absolutely loves, it still does for him what Billie Eilish does for this 12-year-old girl or whatever. Right?
Do you think, though, just speculating, so as someone that truly appreciates maybe not music as a whole, but just truly appreciates an artist or something or gets truly moved by a piece of any art, do you think the average pop music consumer actually feels like that, or is it more of like a trendy thing? So like, for example, like if a new pair of shoes, if like everyone's wearing Vans at school, like I got to have Vans because I don't want to be the person that doesn't have Vans. So I might necessarily not have thought a year ago Vans were the coolest looking shoes, but now that everyone in school has Vans, I got to have Vans too. Do you think there's a bit of like a good portion of people that listen to pop music feel the same way, only toward music?
No, not. I mean, that factor's always there.
Mm-hmm.
The trend is always there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, that's always a factor, but no, I don't believe that because there's some of those popular songs where people will hit next. People will skip next on a pop song because they don't like it, right? It could be one of the most popular songs and people still say it's stuck within their own genre. Music is a vibe, man, and in the way you feel it, it touches people, man, in a different way. And I think that's truly what it is. Now, I know that obviously the trend's there. I know that it's a status thing at times, but I think people are still getting that feeling. Like, do you like the Justin Timberlake song that you might not even know what I'm talking about? That was on Trolls.
No, I have no clue what you're talking about.
No. All right, exactly, right. But it was very popular. Trolls was advertised a lot because I think it was the Trolls 2. I could be wrong, but it was one of the ones they were going to show at home when it was supposed to be in theaters.
Yeah,
and
it was
whatever. So I
COVID
remember
casualty.
seeing like, sure, I remember seeing leading up to like the first one and stuff, and they had this Justin Timberlake song, but it was like about feeling good and all this stuff, and you just see people dancing and they're playing this song and whatever, and it's coming on the radio and all these things. I think people are still getting the reaction out of pop music that you get out of rock, that other things. I mean, there's not it's the impact of the evolution of music is not being hit as hard as it was back in the day.
Right.
And if you know what I mean by that, there's an evolution of music that's happening right now. But when we look back on it, it's not going to be the evolution of the Beatles. And I know your standpoint on that, but it's not going to be the evolution of classic rock and the things Jimi Hendrix did and that kind of stuff.
It's not
that
impossible.
Kind of stuff is remembered. It is impossible, but I'm not saying to match it or make it better. Yeah. But I'm saying this evolution is not going to be looked back on in that type of manner, is it?
No, and
is there not an evolution of music going on right now?
Yeah, you're 100% right.
Rap music, pop.
You're 100% right, and not even to say that negatively. It's kind of one of those things that once it's been done, it can't happen again. You know, like once the Beatles destroyed the world, like how can you do that again?
I think it can be though.
Maybe
it can be.
Maybe.
Well, maybe not done. It's not going to be done and recreated the same way. It's not going to be done in the same manner. But I think it can be. I can think it can have a big enough impact.
Yeah,
I can think it can have the same amount of impact. But I just don't think it is. I don't think it's being done that way.
In sports, you know, Jackie Robinson breaks the color barrier in baseball, right? Now that can't ever happen again. There can never be another Jackie Robinson to that level, right? Like there's color barriers can get broken and things like that, but it's hard. Once that happens, that's hard to happen again.
That's a history that can't be repeated.
Yeah.
Right? I understand that. But we'll get on this topic because this is a great topic that we were talking about. Me and Cruz were talking about the other day. We were talking about the difference between this whole GOAT talk in sports and especially the NFL.
How exhausting.
It's getting outrageous.
How exhausting.
It's exhausting. And the best thing, like we broke it down, and me and Cruz really had a good conversation about how, you know, I made the point where I think there's a separation. There's two different distinct kind of greatness. And I think that there's game changers in sports. And I think there's the consistent guy, the guy that mastered the game. You got your Tom Brady and you got your Michael Vick.
Yeah.
You got your Lawrence Taylor that may help them change the way that the game is even played. You got your Michael Jordan, and then you have your Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Kobe mastered the game. Michael Jordan changed it.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense? You follow me?
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Kobe masters it. Michael Jordan. Tiger Woods changes the game of golf. Dustin Johnson might be the next master, the guy to master his sport. My whole point to this is though. We're talking these goats and greatness. There's some things that can't be changed, but the evolution of the sport, like right now with Patrick Mahomes, he's playing the position of football or of quarterback different, but is he changing the game? Is he changing the game? And here's we missed where the game has already been changed with the CTE protocols, the concussion protocols. You guys remember where with the running back position, where it wasn't just this big truck, Fridge Perry, Jerome Bettis.
Yeah.
It was like the game has slowly changed so much that we can't give credit anymore to one guy because there's so many factors.
Yeah.
We're done giving credit to one guy about this. I mean, there is guys that make it. I just don't know if these certain stamps, and this is my whole point, like as much as Jordan changed the game in basketball, can it be done again? Because of other factors that were taken into place. Can it be done again? I don't think so. I think now what you have is the definition of an athlete that is proficient at a sport, right? That's basically the definition. That's what we're going to have. We're going to have great, consistent masters of their sport. But to change games anymore and to evolve, how do you change the game of quarterback? How do you change the game of football whenever they just turned it into something that we're completely different. Like, Lux, when you started as a kid watching the NFL, it's completely different from today.
Yeah.
It's completely different,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You remember going to a commercial when they would show big hits?
Yeah.
You remember whenever they encourage hits that they're finding for now.
Right.
Right? It's a different kind of game. It's a different kind of game. And I think because of that direction, I think one player is going to come in and change how this game's played.
Yeah.
What can they do? The people before them already did it. I mean, what do you think? I mean, with the evolution of music, obviously, I know it's changing in a drastic manner and it's not impacting. So forget that. But is there a possibility with history's not going to repeat itself in the NFL? It's not going to, because it's already been done. Is there a possibility for somebody to change the game in a new fashion going forward? That's the question that we were talking about. I don't know. And this is just into the NFL. I got deep into it, but I'm saying, I don't even know how I got there.
There's a very strong parallel between arts and sport when it comes to, and technology and everything, when it comes to what's it gonna be like in the future? How's it gonna evolve? Who's gonna change it? How are we gonna look back on it? Because that's really how it comes down to. How do you feel when you look back onto the 70s music, the 70s sports? How do you feel about it? When you look back on the 90s music and the 90s sports? How do you feel about it and the impact that it made at the time? And you get to the point, I think this falls under the law of diminishing returns. Like once you get to a point that once everything has been done and every big impact has already happened, you do get left with the question, how is it going to get topped?
Well, we're there.
Right.
Aren't we there already in hockey, in football? Think about it. There was nobody like Michael Vick.
Dude.
In a sense.
Yeah. Calvin Johnson, DeAndre Hopkins, there weren't players like that.
So, but think about that, right? Michael Vick comes out, does it this way, and now he begins to create different Michael Vicks.
Yeah.
How they play the game, like Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson's, all these
Deshaun
people
Watson.
that Deshaun Watson that play in the same fashion. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was, and this is why you can't, and this is my point to this. This is why you can't compare those guys to the new guys. These new guys are facing a bunch of Michael Vicks.
Mm-hmm.
There was just one Michael Vick.
Yeah.
There was just one Michael Jordan amongst a bunch of averages.
Right.
And I don't mean to be disrespectful.
Right.
But if he's the guy that changed the game, then nobody else was doing it like him.
Yeah.
Now, put Michael Jordan amongst a bunch of people that I'm fumbling on my words. Amongst a bunch of athletes, right? That learned from him and greats after him. The competition is way higher, and it's all based upon what Michael Jordan did in the previous time. It's how he opened the gate for these guys to be as good as they are.
Yeah.
I think we're at a point and there's no better example than the UFC. The UFC is the perfect example of that. A perfect example of how this is not to discredit John Jones. We were talking about this heavy, but not to discredit John Jones. But John Jones was doing things that nobody else in his division was doing.
Right.
In a sense, right? He was so unorthodox. They didn't see things like this. We didn't see spinning back elbows and then him drag you to the ground. But then all the ones after him that learned, they all took something from it, learned how to be better going forward. Like this new generation of kids learned from him. What do we see different now?
Yeah.
What do we see different now? They opened the gate. There's no ability. It's going to be hard, bro. It's going to be hard to be different now. It's going to be hard to be different now. That's my whole point. I got this tea's getting me worked up. My whole point is it's going to be hard to stand out now.
Yeah.
You're amongst a bunch of the top athletes because they learned from the greats before them. Hockey the same way. Connor McDavid's. Gretzky wasn't playing against these guys like Sidney Crosby, and he was the one he was the Sidney Crosby of his time, and he was the only one, basically, the one special guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does it make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah, total
Or am
sense.
I just blabbing on?
No, you're making total sense. And then in the parallel to music, it's like, first of all, I don't understand how new artists in pop music, I for as close as I am to the music world, I I just don't understand how any of it works. How do these people get found? Where do they come from? How do they break through? How do these songs get popular? Because in pop music, it's literally boiled down to one thing nowadays, and that's having a hit song. That is it. People think that's always been it when it's really not. Because back in the day in the 90s, that hit song, what that hit song does is that gives you the chance to have a sustainable career. That gives you enough eyes on you so that you can go out to tour and play in front of 2,000 people every night for the next 10, 15 years.
You already asked the question, and this is exactly why, Lux, that the hit song in pop music is the most important, because you said it earlier with the trend. Think about it. You're coming from a time with Pantera where people listen in Black Sabbath, where people listen to albums.
To the old, I was exactly going to say this. I was going to say this whole thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're in a time with pop music where they listen to the hit song. They're not listening to albums.
Yeah.
It's that trend. It's exactly what you were saying earlier.
Even Michael Jackson, like people listen to the album Thriller. They didn't just listen to the song. They listened to the album. Yeah.
And about the 2000s is when mid 2000s, I say, is where it started really, like, maybe 2000s. Even.
No, well, we talked about this. I don't know if it was a week ago or 2 weeks ago. The LimeWire and FrostWire Napster shit that changed music, and then technology just took it and ran with it. But once Napster, Rhapsody, once all that stuff came out, LimeWire, that changed it.
Imagine in the 80s. In the 80s, the 90s, you couldn't just, like, my parents couldn't just go to Target and get me one song from each. No, you had to buy the whole album.
Yeah.
So you had to like the artist.
No.
Now it's about liking the song.
Yeah, unless you knew someone that made bootleg mixtapes.
Which is true, but that was burning DVD or burning CDs at the time.
And before that, cassettes.
But think about this, man. Here's one thing. A touchdown can be outdid.
Yeah.
A head kick can be outdone. A head kick can be outdone. It could be someone could do it better.
Yeah.
Someone can catch a ball better.
Yeah.
But one thing that can't be outdone is a classic tune.
Yeah.
Regardless of how classic you want to go back, right? Everybody's going to make another. You're always going to have another rock song.
Yeah.
Right. But when Highway to Hell plays, it's never going to be outdone. It's never going to be. There's not going to be like, well, that was okay, but this is better. It's always going to be there. It's stuck in history forever. Guns N' Roses,
since since the 90s, Enter Sandman. How can anyone ever make a new Enter Sandman? How is that song ever going to get replaced?
And no one, and that's the whole thing. That's what I mean. It's all individualized with the music where it hits you in a certain way, right? How many great songs, let's just talk about songs in general. How many great songs have been put out since Enter Sandman?
Yeah.
Right. But that's still, it never gets replaced. And that's what's great about the art of music. Never gets replaced. It just doesn't. It just won't. Right. It will not get, it just won't get replaced. I obviously don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but to me, I just don't see, I see that that there can be parallel greatness within the whole music category. Yeah. I mean, I think, whereas you can see a better touchdown pass. Yeah. And sure, not that it didn't happen, but you're going to discredit that it was better. You could go on and say that, you could take two songs from its genre and say one was better, but then people would look at you and say, why are you comparing them? They're their own thing. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're 100% right.
Because they make you feel different when you listen to them. Yeah. Either way, I don't know why the hell I'm on this. This is great. Let's go.
This all started from Billie Eilish as being our
you want to go deep?
Song. Yeah, please.
You want to go deep?
Bury
we'll go
me.
Deep tonight.
Bury me. We'll go deep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's all because Billie Eilish was going to be our theme song. And this is where we're at. Yeah, we're going to the murky waters, dude. Hell yeah. But it's an interesting thing to talk about, and the parallels between, like, what specifically we're talking about, the parallels between the music industry and sports. It's an interesting thing to talk about.
Well, it's
because greatness is what we're talking about.
yeah, the greatness that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying right now. We're getting harder and harder and harder for the greatness to be outdone.
Yeah.
And in music, the greatness can't be outdone in my eyes.
Yeah, it's tough. You know,
no, like you don't even want to compare it.
Yeah.
Like, Kiss the Sky from Jimi Hendrix, for example. That hits you in a way that, why do you even want to compare it to another genre? Or it's its own individual. It's the greatest thing about music. That's what I like about it. It stays. And yeah, whether people carry it on, that's one thing, but it'll be never taken from you.
Right. Oh yeah. There's nothing anyone can do about that.
That's the greatest thing. So anyways, moving on.
Yeah. Should I go on a rant?
I was waiting for it.
I have two things to rant about now. I'll go with the most recent one. So
yeah, talk to me.
I just had a near-death experience like an hour and a half ago. And
Ooh.
I've not had many near-death experiences in my life. Have you?
What makes it near death?
I'll explain. Have you had a near-death experience?
I don't. No, I never have.
I mean,
well, because here's the thing: shoulda, coulda, wouldas.
Yeah.
How near are we to death?
Right.
I don't know.
You never know.
Go ahead.
So
Tell me,
I
and
just
I'll
went
tell you if I think
to.
you would have been near death.
I'm being overly dramatic. Just saying, it wasn't actually a near-death experience. But anyway, in my eyes, it was a near-death experience because I just went to Stacked, STACK''D, which is a burger place. Much like Burgertory or BRGR if you're in the Pittsburgh area. I don't know if this is a chain or what it is, but you get a piece of paper with check boxes on it and you check off what you want on your burger. It's a BYOB, build your own burger, BYOB. Or you can flip it over and order from their menu. I'm always the build your own burger kind of guy. If I got the option to choose what I want, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm not kind
Why
of
not? Sure.
So I get, let's see, I get ciabatta bread. All right. I get the half pound, which half pound was a double. What'd you say? What'd you say? Fruitcake.
Fucking ciabatta bread.
It was
Who the
ciabatta
fuck is getting
bun.
ciabatta bread?
I know. It was a ciabatta bun, actually. It was
But
interesting.
what? When you...
Let me tell you my build here, and then it'll make a little more sense. That was actually my last choice, was the bread.
When there was a brioche. If there was brioche on that fucking list and you took ciabatta, you're out of your mind.
Hold on.
All right, go ahead. Keep going.
So I go ciabatta bread.
Ciabatta.
Half pound, so double cheeseburger. I go provolone cheese. Here's where it gets interesting. Marinara sauce and cheese sticks, like mozzarella sticks. So that's why I already chose burger, provolone.
You already deserve what happened to you. You already deserve what happened to you.
I go burger, provolone, marinara, cheese sticks, and I'm like, shit, ciabatta sounds Italian. I might as well throw ciabatta bread on there. It was that. I almost went with a Texas toast. That would have been interesting, but I didn't really want to.
Texas toast was on the list?
Yeah, I could have went
what
Texas
the fuck?
toast. I normally do a pretzel bun, but with what I was going, I was like, let's stick Italian. I don't even know if ciabatta is Italian, but it sounds Italian to me.
Mm-hmm. Fucking ciabatta.
I get my shit. I take a bite into it. First thing I realize is, no, it was fine. Also, first of all, on their menu, it says, I gotta spit this fucking gum out. On their menu, it says burgers are cooked to a juicy something like I don't know how they worded it, but not medium rare, not medium, juicy, like mid-well or something like that. Mid-well, like something.
Mid-well.
Yeah,
Mid-well.
Like I don't need a COVID test. I want a burger. Anyway, something stupid like that. And we're like, can we just get this in medium rare? And she's like, sure. And then comes back and she's like, so I talked to them in the back and like, they said like, they couldn't do like a medium rare exactly because they're like, it'll get to like dry. So we're just going to get it as close as they can. It's like, first of all, whatever the fuck you normally do to the burger, take a minute off of that. That's all you got to do. Cook it less. How's it going to get dry from cooking it less? I guess
how's it get dry less?
I don't know. I guess you don't know what medium rare
Yeah, no
means.
fucking clue.
No, not a clue. Not a clue. Anyway, so I get my burger. I take a bite. First thing I realize is they put some strong ass pepper flake in their what's it called? In their mozzarella stick. In the mozzarella, whatever. There's some pepper flake in it. There's something. This thing's got some kick to it. Then I realized I got onions and no marinara on my shit. All right. Okay. But I'm not a person that complains about my order unless it's like bad because I
To
don't
my friends later on a podcast.
I don't want you spitting in my food. I don't want you fucking with my food. I don't need any of that happening. So I don't trust you.
I agree.
I don't send shit back because I don't want to get messed with. So now we're on to my second bite. And you'd think the lack of marinara or now I'm biting into a big nasty ass onion. You think that is going to be the problem. And no, that is not the problem. Because that pepper flake I was talking about, now my lips and the tip of my tongue are on fucking fire. Molten lava. And at this point, I realize I didn't get provolone on my burger. I look at it. That is not provolone. And then if you look on the menu, one of the options is ghost pepper cheese. They put ghost pepper on my cheeseburger.
Good for you, you ciabatta
They
fuck.
put ghost, bro.
How? How?
Maybe I don't understand, but isn't ghost pepper, isn't that like the chip challenge? You put the ghost pepper chip in your mouth and then you like cry for
No, ghost pepper's hot as shit.
Don't you like take a bath in milk after that? Like, I don't eat nacho cheese with pepper in it, and you're trying to give it ghost pepper. How do you accidentally? You try to kill me.
Mild is hot for you.
You're trying to kill like Presbyterian hospitals right there. You're trying to kill me. Like this better come in with an ER admission. Like,
so what'd you do?
Ghost. I got a new cheeseburger. Is what I did. I can't.
You had to.
Dude, I destroyed my Pepsi. I'm like, I need a water stat pronto. I also had Old Bay French fries. That didn't help. That made it worse. I'm eating French fries. The Old Bay is now in the freaking burnt, charred remains of the inside of my mouth. And so now I got Old Bay in my wounds, my flesh wounds in my mouth from this freaking molten lava ghost pepper cheese. How do you accidentally provolone ghost pepper? What the fuck? How?
Well,
like are you trying to kill me?
First of all,
there's people that eat hot shit that don't eat ghost pepper, and that you just threw
Let's
it
talk
on
about
there?
this. Let's talk about this. Okay, I'm the cook. I'm the cook. Okay, I get this order.
Just thinking about. Look at this. I was sweating.
Yo, listen.
I had this hat on.
Imagine.
I went like this.
Imagine.
Steam came out.
Like, yo, listen. Imagine though. Yo, just be honest though. See it from this point of view. Okay, you're the cook. You get back. You see this order. All right, and you're like, just be honest, right? You see this order. You're like, ciabatta bread, mozzarella sticks on a fucking burger, provolone cheese. Fuck that. And he's now at this point he's like, what a fucking idiot. And then the lady comes back and she says, hey, on that ciabatta mozz burger, he wants to have it medium rare. This guy looks at the slip and says, medium. This fucking guy with this ciabatta bread and his fucking mozzarella cheese sticks on a classic American burger. Fuck this guy. Here's what this guy's gonna get. This guy's gonna get no marinara. He's gonna get ghost pepper, and he's gonna have some onions because that's how I would eat my burger, like a real fucking American.
Ghost pepper, dude. That's all well and fine.
He sends it out because you wanted to bitch about the medium rare.
Bro, you can get mac and cheese on a burger there. You
on paper, you look like a
peanut bro. They got peanut butter as an option, pork belly. Like, sorry, my freaking mozzarella stick burger is not the craziest thing that they got. They got tofu, veggie burger, freaking Krabby Patty. They got
I don't know how
horse hoof.
I don't know how you mix up provolone with ghost pepper.
Bro, why is the ghost pepper? That should be in its own vault. You should need a lab coat, credentials, an eye scan. The shit you should need to get into the vault with the ghost pepper. There should be a Mexican in there. He slices it for you, hands it to you. Underlay. Like, no.
Through gloves.
Oh, well, he's Mexican. He doesn't need gloves. He hands it to you. You're wearing gloves because you're an American.
You have to wear gloves.
Yeah, he doesn't need gloves. There's a freaking mule in there that they bring it in from the cartel. Like, bro, the amount of shit I can order on a burger there, I could probably get chocolate milkshake on a cheeseburger there if I wanted to. So
yeah, and there's no way
oh,
that they
you
there's
should
no
need a
way that they messed
passcode,
up.
bro. I got a system at work. I need my phone. I had to turn Face ID. I had to set it up on my phone. I haven't had a password on this phone since I got it. I need Face ID now to use a thing on my work computer. They should have nuclear launch codes to access ghost pepper cheese before you're just What if they gave that to a baby and put it into freaking shock? Like, I'm like a baby.
What baby is that eating a fucking burger? That'd be awesome. A double cheeseburger.
Seriously.
Yo, I know they didn't mix up your order though, because no other asshole in that place was ordering ciabatta. Tell me about Denny's.
Oh, so Denny's. So this starts back to like a month ago. So let me pull. Denny's has. Let's see if I can find it. Denny's has this like chicken and biscuits. Come on, DoorDash. Orders. So let's try and find the first order. It's got to be on here. Denny's. So January 17th. What's today? February 17th. So yeah, a month ago. Literally a month ago. They have no, that's not it. So what was ordered was the Grand Slamwich, which is like a normal breakfast sandwich, but the bread has like maple syrup in it, which is really good. And then I got a chicken biscuit and gravy
the
bowl.
McGriddle.
Kind of like only better quality. Chicken biscuit and gravy bowl with 2 sunny side up eggs on top of it. Like, it's 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning. Like, to me, there's nothing better than that because I'm so egg, bacon, and toasted out at this point in 26 years of my life. Like, whatever you can hit me with that's a little different, like sausage and gravy, biscuits, like chicken and biscuits and gravy, chicken and waffles. Whatever you can, any way I can change up breakfast a little bit, I am down for that.
For sure.
So that was ordered a month ago to the day. A month ago to the day at 9:41 a.m. So it's now, I don't know, 10:41, 10:45, pushing on 11. Shit is still not picked up. And I'm in Westmont. Denny's is in Richland. So if you're in the Johnson area, you know that's a good 20 minutes to drive just to get the food to where I'm at. All right. And the food's been sitting there now, probably for 35 minutes, 45 minutes. So that shit is colder than Texas right now, you know?
Who's picking it up?
DoorDash. So I called DoorDash and I'm like, what? It's been over an hour and 15 minutes now at this point. The food's
it's lunch.
Still not
it's
picked
fucking
up.
lunch.
It's lunch. Anyway, that order gets canceled. There's no DoorDashers in the area or whatever, some bullshit, whatever. So this Sunday, that's now a month go by, trying to figure out what to eat for breakfast. On Denny's website, it says delivery. I'm like, oh shit. Denny's has a delivery thing now. Like most places do because of the pandemic. Delivery is a vital point of business nowadays. So the same order was made at nearly the same exact time. It might have been 9:45. An hour goes by. It's 10:45, and on the Denny's app, on the Denny's website, it says order received and nothing else. It's like, this is not about to happen again. We call, the food hasn't been made? No, the food's made. It's just sitting here waiting to get picked up. It's like, oh shit, here we go again. So first of all, Denny's on their website doesn't say DoorDash. It just says delivery. So had I known it was DoorDash, wouldn't have even wasted my time. I thought it was like I order from Papa John's. Papa John's brings it to me. You know, I thought they have a delivery guy now. Keep in mind, I didn't say this. On the website, it said 27 minutes after the order was placed. So they already got the address. They know. They said 27 minutes. I called bullshit then. Had it come to me within an hour, I wouldn't be mad. 27 minutes was pushing it. So it's now over an hour. Call back and I'm just like, listen, here's the deal. Make me fresh food and I'll come pick it up right now. Well, we got really busy. It's probably going to be about an hour. Okay. I just want fresh food. It's now 11. It's now 11:07 or whatever. I just want fresh food. All right, it'll be ready. Let me go let them know it'll be ready in an hour. Cool. I'll be there. At this very moment, I get a text. Your DoorDash order has been picked up and will be delivered at 10:24. Bro, it's 11:07. DoorDash just texted me and said my food's going to be here at 10 a.m. When? Next week? 10 a.m. tomorrow.
An hour ago.
Bro, they're going back in time. Like, this is a Christopher Nolan movie. Holy shit. So, I get to Denny's before noon, probably just minutes before noon. So, within that hour of me calling them, it's going to be an hour. Get in there. I'm here for a pickup. She goes, I think they're packing it up. Think. Not no. She thinks they're packing it up. Okay. Whatever. 10 minutes go by. Reggie gets picked up. Alicia gets picked up. Neil gets picked up. Oh, let me check on your order for you. She walks to the back and walks right back out, right past me, and goes sits at a table. Sits another table, sits another table. At this point, I take my coat off. I'm sitting down on the bench, leaning back. I'm unplugging.
How pissed are you?
Oh, and it's 1,000 degrees in there. I got a coat and a hat on. I am fuming. So next time I see her, I'm just like, can I just have a refund at this point? A refund? And I'm like, a refund. Goes and gets her manager. Manager comes out. Tell her the story. And she's like, I tell her I ordered the food an hour ago. I ordered the food at this time. It never got picked up. I talked to Carly on the phone in Denny's, in Richland, in Johnstown. Carly, talked to her on the phone. And I was like, make me fresh food. I'll come get it. And she was like, oh, that order got picked up. And I'm like, I know that order got picked up. I said on the phone, make me fresh food and I'll come get it. And they said, okay. And she's like, oh, well, they're probably in the back still making it. I'm like, ma'am, I've been here now for 25 minutes. So we're going on an hour and a half. And I was told it would be done in an hour. So they're still making it. That's a problem. Meanwhile, I saw you just tell 3 people it's going to be 30 minutes for a table and you sat them in 2 minutes. So you guys in your time aren't exactly on the same page here. One thing I left out, when I left to go get to Denny's, DoorDash showed up with the original order. But it's still an hour and a half old. I want my fresh food, right? I was told I would get fresh food.
What'd you tell DoorDash?
Nothing, just took it. Whatever. They're fine. I'm getting that's getting refunded anyway, in my eyes, But the problem here isn't the time, really. I just want fresh food. If I'm going to wait, I'm going to wait for fresh food, right? You go to a restaurant, I really want to go to this restaurant. You go there, oh, it's going to be 75 minutes. That doesn't mean we'll make your food now and in 75 minutes you'll get it. No, that means it's going to be 75 minutes till you get your table, then you order, then they'll bring out your food piping hot. You can sit there and enjoy a nice, warm, freshly cooked meal. I don't want to order and then 2 hours later eat my food, right? No one wants to do that. So all I'm concerned about is just getting the fresh food, especially breakfast food and biscuits. And I don't want that shit to be soggy and just been sitting there in a box for an hour and 15. No, you're out of your mind. So this is the conversation I'm having with the manager. I don't know the manager's name at Denny's. I wish I did. I'd be putting her on blast. Not, oh my God, I'm so sorry this is happening to you. None of that. Not that she wasn't exactly being rude, but at the same time, wasn't taking ownership for the business that she manages, whether she's the actual manager or not. This is the person that they brought to me when I asked for a manager. Full Karen mode, right? But anyway, so now I'm like, let me talk to Carly then. So Carly comes out and I'm like, I ordered food. I told her this. Yeah. Oh yeah. You talked to me. Yeah. So yeah, I'm here to get my fresh food.
How did you go from the manager back to Carly?
Because the manager is clueless. She's like, oh, they're making it. And then Carly comes out. And Carly's the person I actually talked to. Yes, terrible. No ownership or no, we'll get this taken care of. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So now I'm talking Now I'm talking to Carly and she's like, oh yeah, someone picked up that order. And again, I'm like, I know someone picked up that order. I'm here for the
Carly,
fresh food.
I fucking told you.
I'm here for the fresh food. Bro, get this. She goes, that was the fresh food.
Carly,
Wait.
you're fucking stupid.
Wait a fucking second. So, as I'm leaving to go to Denny's and I saw the DoorDash delivered, I'm like, these idiots let food that got canceled get picked up and delivered. No, it's worse than that. They didn't let food that got canceled get picked up and delivered. They let food that I prearranged to pick up myself, not DoorDash. I said, I will come get it. You told me it would take an hour. I got to you in an hour. So clearly it didn't take an hour. Just like the 19 people you just told it would be 30 minutes to get a seat, and you gave them all, oh, it's going to be 30 minutes. I don't know.
Who gave it to the DoorDash?
Oh, we don't
Better
know.
not have been Carly.
We don't know how it got picked up. Someone picked it up. So you watched someone pick it up. So you didn't stop. So let me get this straight. You guys make food for me. You guys tell me it's going to be here in 27 minutes. That doesn't happen. It never gets picked up. I call and I say, make me fresh food and I'll come get it. You tell me it's going to be an hour. No problem. All right. As I leave, that fresh food is already done and delivered to me. So I could have just, what I originally wanted was to not leave and eat fresh food, semi-fresh, as fresh as possible. So that food was just made and picked up in like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, like the original. I thought it was the old food. I thought it was an hour and a half old food. No, that was my fresh food that you just said you would make for me in an hour and I would come get it. You let someone else take it. So I'm like, where's the old food? She's like, oh, it's still sitting in the back here. Do you want it? Bro, how do you, I can't even compute this level of stupidity, of the fuckery, the complete bullshittery of what just happened to me. Like and again, the apathy and I'm not looking for handouts. I'm not looking for, I just want what I want. I just want what I paid for. I just want what was agreed upon. And the fact that they didn't even go above and beyond to try and make it right. And they said DoorDash will take care of it. Fuck DoorDash. DoorDash didn't do it. The only thing DoorDash did wrong is they don't have enough people that work in Johnstown. That's the only thing that they have wrong. They say they're going to get me food in a certain time. It doesn't happen because they only got 2 people. That's what they did wrong. You motherfuckers. You told me it would take an hour to get my second
Well, so
meal.
tell me.
It didn't.
No way did you
let
go
DoorDash
back.
get picked up.
No way
and then,
did you go back home. You went back home and ate that food, didn't you?
You microwaved it. Microwave. What was I going to do? I wasn't going to wait for it. What was I going to do at that point? I'm so defeated.
You were going to wring Carly's fucking neck.
That's...
I would have went right over to Dunham's. I would have went right over to Dunham's and I would have got a fucking rifle.
Keep in mind.
I would have went right in there.
Keep in mind, it's now 12.
And I would have demanded an extra omelet.
It's now 12:25. I ordered food at 9:45. So literally my morning, Denny's and DoorDash ruled a morning 2 times in my life now. 2 times in my life now. And I thought the first time was bad. That the food sat there and didn't get picked up. And Denny's didn't call. Denny's didn't do anything. Denny's didn't call me and say, hey, we're sorry. Your food's been sitting here. We're waiting on the DoorDash. DoorDash didn't call me and say, hey, we're sorry. We're really busy right now. We can't get anyone in the area. Everyone's at home because of the. So I thought that was bad. I had to call and argue with DoorDash to get it canceled. Oh, we'll send someone there right now. How? You're in freaking Bangladesh. Who are you sending? I thought that was bad. Boy, was I wrong. I didn't know Carly existed. I didn't know this manager existed. Now that I've met them, now that I've been there and the hostess, you want to see someone inspired to work.
You said it's all making sense now?
Go see the hostess at Denny's. You want to see someone that's inspired to work. Holy shit. So I will say the food was fine. My microwave did. I can't complain about the food. It was what they expect. But that customer service from Denny's, and I will go full Karen mode. And I didn't. I should have gone above and beyond with letters and calling corporate and DoorDash. I took my refund, walked the fuck out of there like a dog with his tail behind his legs, and just at that point I'm so low on electrolytes and calories from not having food at 12:25 and it's afternoon and I haven't had a bite of food down my throat yet. I'm so drained mentally and physically. And
I know for a fact,
bro,
dude, you were fed up.
Bro.
I know for a fact because anytime a fresh Lux, he's making you pay for that fucking stupidity. He's gonna call you out on it. He's gonna make you explain yourself why you did what you did.
Bro.
At that level of stupidity, you want answers. I'm not leaving until I get answers.
The only thing, and it was nice. The only thing I could give them is I gave them a blank look and a silence and a good cup, and then the three of them got to stammer over each other. That was a little worth it. It's DoorDash's. Oh, and then someone else chimed in. This has happened to lots of people. And again, okay, so wait, you mean to tell me you're just sit back and watch all this happen, but no one opens their fucking mouth to let people know? I have called you twice already.
No.
Experiencing frustration with delivery.
That's fine and dandy, but we're past the DoorDash. Carly, I'm asking you. When I put the personal order in with you,
you told me it was going to take an hour. I came to you with an hour. That food was gone 30 minutes ago. How do I know? Because I saw it get delivered.
I only have one question.
I saw it get delivered.
I saw my own food get delivered that I didn't know was my own food. Hey, here's the thing. I only have one question for that manager. How the fuck did Carly get the job answering the phones?
Because Carly cared more than the manager did. She knows more what's going on than the manager. That worthless bag. Dude, oh my God. As I'm sitting there waiting, bro, they're like, so I think Ron's table's ready. You said John. No, Ron. I think his name's Ron. You said Ron? Yeah, his name's Ron. Bro, this is a true story. Yeah, his name's Ron. So wait, Ron's table is ready, and then hostess and someone else, and then another waitress. They're all at the same time. They're like, Ron. They go around the corner. There's this old dude.
Where's Ron?
There, like,
Ron.
Oh, I'm right here. Like, what is that? Like, it was a skit from Saturday Night Live. They were Ron. All three of them, like they lost the freaking, like they lost the puppy.
Ron.
They're like, Sparky.
Hey, Ron.
Where are you, Sparky? Bro. Bro, it was three stooges.
Never gonna order from Denny's again.
Oh, not in Johnstown. Not DoorDashing in Johnstown either. I can tell you that. That is rough. I
haven't had any issues with it.
Don't try Denny's on a Sunday morning. That's twice I've been burnt.
Have you got Taco Joe's yet?
No, where's that?
It's a I don't know what they call it on DoorDash, but it's some kind of a secret kitchen where they're working out. They don't have their own place, but they sell out of Valley Dairy.
Oh,
it's like a taco truck that sells out of Valley Dairy's kitchen. Have you had taco shells?
No.
That's down right beside Beyond.
Gotcha.
Where what's his name works.
Gotcha. No.
Yeah. Anyways, that sucks, dude.
It's tough.
It sucks when it's
food is so good in Pittsburgh. It's tough to compare it to Johnstown.
Dude, you're telling me, bro. Hey, listen. The thing that sucks about that situation you just went through, though, let me analyze this just a little bit. It sucks because there's nothing worse than when shit goes terrible, but it has no sense to it at all.
Dude.
If it had common sense, like, hey, listen, the DoorDash driver's running behind. They accidentally sent out the wrong thing. Here's what we're going to do to fix it. Yeah. When there's no common sense to it, there's no sense at all, and it's just a miserable situation. It's horrible. It makes it so bad.
Yeah, the first time that was at least excusable. There was no one in the area to pick it up, or just no one wanted to drive to Westmont. Whatever. Like I said, it would have been nice had DoorDash sent me an update, or had DoorDash should have a thing in their system that once it's been so long, even order it. Once it's been so long, like in Pittsburgh, the Yard all the time. They'll get too busy. They'll turn DoorDash off, and I commend them for that. They'll turn DoorDash off,
which is great, but. I mean, at this point, there's like when you go into like if you was into like a small town, like Somerset, for instance, and you go to order DoorDash, it's going to tell you there's no DoorDash available at this moment because there's no drivers logged in your zip code.
Yeah.
If there's no drivers logged on, why should they allow you to even use DoorDash?
No.
At the time.
And why
right? They should have some kind of algorithm that says, hey, we have three cars on duty in that zip code. Then we'll allow orders to be placed through DoorDash.
Yeah.
But if I'm in a small town, it's going to tell me that there's no drivers.
Dude, to me that meal
just because drivers work that area, you should think that they would be able to see that there's drivers on duty and there's drivers that's not.
To me, that meal should almost be pre-assigned to a driver. Like when that meal's getting made, they should already know who's picking it up and when. Not just sit there and wait for someone.
Well, no, that's what I'm trying to say. Oh, hence the reason that it isn't the way it is then. So that's what they do. So what? Fucking Denny's just makes the food and they're like, all right, hopefully someone comes and picks this up.
Literally. I don't know if other places
DoorDash shouldn't.
Maybe other places.
If there's no one working your area, they should be able to tell you.
Yeah, maybe other places aren't like that, but bro, the balls that they have to tell me it's going to be here in 27 minutes when it takes 20 minutes to get from Richland to Westmont. So an hour ago, it only took you 7 minutes to make the food and then 20 minutes to bring it to me. Now you're saying it's an hour for me to come get my own food. That's
DoorDash must be using jetpacks.
That's about as miserable as an experience as you can get. Outside of the food being messed with, just that's tough. That is tough. The defeat I felt, and the fact that I went in there with a diminished energy from having no sustenance really is what ruins it. I really victimized myself there, but I had the heat pumping. I had a winter coat on.
Listen, shit happens. Things go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We understand that. That's not the question at bay here. The question is, what the fuck kind of shit show are you running? You can't make sense of it. I mean, mistakes happen, but when you don't even have answers for me as to what's going on, let alone even remember what you talked to me about an hour ago on the phone, I mean...
Oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah,
you're mind fucked, right? Are you mind fucked?
I literally stood there and just stared at them like, what, is this really happening?
How is this even happening?
Like, so you let the food I just said I'd come. Remember, I just said I'd come get it, and you told me you let someone else pick it up. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So you knew I'm driving there right now, right? And you let someone. Oh, all right, yeah, cool. Oh, but the other food, it's still, you didn't throw it away, or it's just still sitting. Oh, okay. And then when I came in and said the name, you went into the back and didn't. So-and-so is here for their order. You just went back there and saw Reggie and freaking Alicia and just assumed I was one of them. Maybe you didn't understand the name I said and you just went back there and saw orders. And then after 10 minutes,
took him how many tries to get Ron?
All those orders got picked up.
Ron, John,
Tom. Brutal, absolutely brutal. What are you gonna do?
It all goes back to that mind fuck.
Yeah.
There's no question. There's no answer for it. I mean, there's no rhyme, no reason.
Had I got back and heated it up and it had ghost pepper cheese in it, and I took I will say though.
I mean, I love that it happened to you.
I will say, and you know how little I eat and indulge in hot stuff. For what I thought ghost pepper was, I will say it wasn't that bad. I was still ruined, and it was in near. But I thought, like, I've seen those videos of people like laying in bed getting ice bags. I thought
it is that bad.
Maybe because it was in the cheese. I don't know.
Well, first of all, yes, because it was in the cheese, and also because you took one bite.
Thank you very much. 2. Maybe it was the onion. Maybe the onion took away the.
I had a near-death experience, guys. I almost fucking died.
Maybe the onion took away the sting, but. Like when I watch Hot Ones, I see people die on that show. Like,
no, yeah.
If I would have kept going deeper, I probably would have done me over.
So to answer your question, not answer your question, but to go back to what I said at the beginning of this, I've had numerous near-death experiences. If that's the case, I've had tons. Dude, have you ever ran out of toilet paper on the fucking shitter? Have you ever ran out of toilet paper on the shitter? Come on.
Yeah, that's a near-death.
I mean, that dude. That alone, or like when you're on E with gas and you're trying to make it that last 5 miles, I know near-death experiences. Trust me.
You're not wrong. That's great. Holy shit.
Oh, dude.
Well,
let's talk about some near-death experiences. What's the worst situation, right? Like when you lock your keys in your car. Oh, when was the last time you've done that? And tell me you never did.
I don't know that I have, but I know I didn't. I don't think I told the story on this podcast, but my tire fiasco in freaking Myersdale, when I got stranded on the side of the road for like 5 hours in Myersdale and no phone service. That was probably the worst.
Why were you in Myersdale?
whenever I was doing smoke detectors.
Oh
Yeah. When I was doing smoke detectors. That
man,
I'll tell that story, but I want to listen to it because it's on. I did like 5 episodes of my own podcast and I told that story on there. So I'll re-listen to it and then I'll tell it again on here.
near death experience. The same guy that goes to turn in front of somebody and fucking jacks his brake for a minute and then pushes the gas again. Near death experience. He's creating real, and I'm in the passenger seat.
When do
He's
I do
creating
that?
real near death experiences. Oh, if your parents watch this one, your mom's gonna love to hear
When
that.
did I do
but
that?
anyways, huh?
When did I do that?
Hey, we don't got to get into it. You know what you do. You know. But yeah, look at him. But he wants to say he took 2 bites of ghost pepper cheese and it was a near-death experience.
You talking
This guy
go-karts?
goes 40. He texts us. Whoa. You're not getting off the hook this easy, right? He says 2 bites of ghost pepper cheese, but yet texts us and says 40 mile an hour on the slopes today, man. Awesome. 40 fucking mile an hour.
Sorry, that was I think 44. I sent you actually talking. Listen, I got a screenshot. I got up to 50.
You're fucking nuts.
I did 50.
50 mile an hour on a plexiglass board, and he's going to talk about I can't eat ghost pepper cheese. I almost died.
You know, it's funny.
Oh, it's fucking great how dramatic you are, but it's awesome.
Anytime I talk to people about snowboarding, I would say things like, if I were to guess, I was doing 25, 35 miles per hour. Like, I don't think I personally ever guessed that I exceeded, definitely not 40 miles per hour. So that day I was boarding, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to download a speedometer app and find out. Like, I always want to know how fast I go on a snowboard. And then I just bombed the freaking slope as fast as I could. And that's when I hit 44. I was like, holy shit, 44 miles per hour. Like I said, I didn't think I did.
Jump out of a car.
35.
Jump out of a car going 44 mile an hour.
And then I realized when I wipe out how much it hurts. Oh, that's why it hurts so bad. So then I'm like, I got to beat it. And I tried and I tried and tried. And top speed, 50 miles per hour right there.
Let me see.
50.
Holy shit, 50 mile an hour.
Yeah. That's the fastest I could get.
See, that's the thing, man. I wish I could snowboard.
That's me in a piece of plastic. 50 miles per hour.
Like, dude, I wish I could do it. I wish I could snowboard still because, but, once you mastered it, it's not even a thrill for me anymore. Like, I do all the hardest slopes. I've mastered all the diamonds and all that shit. It's boring now. Like, me doing that is nothing. Like, 50 mile an hour on that board's nothing to me because I've been doing it for so long,
Let's see it then. Been doing
I'm too scared to go down the bunny slope.
No,
bro, I'm too scared to go down a hill that you just found in your neighborhood.
You're fine.
I mean,
you could do skis.
It's not about like, I would get on a snowboard way before skis.
Really? That's Greg about snowboards.
No, because I've done it before.
Gotcha.
I've done it, so I know I'm familiar with it. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, it's like putting me in a wagon and pushing me down a hill. Here you go. No fucking brakes. No way to get stopped other than bail the fuck out. No, I'm good.
I would love to see you snowboard. Love to see it.
Bro, could you imagine? Avalanche!
What's easier for me to get you to do, snowboard or roller coaster?
Snowboard.
You'll snowboard before roller coaster?
100%. 100%.
All right. Maybe it'll happen then.
But dude,
long winter.
Okay. All right. Listen to me. First and foremost, this is what you do. See, you have no consideration for others. All right. Take this into consideration. You take, for example, Greg, the infamous, hilarious story about Greg,
Marine.
the beating he took, the bruises he had. It's the best because of Greg, right? Shout out Greg on the podcast. But this is the thing. Greg at the top of the hill and Cody at the top of the hill is 2 different things. You put Cody at the top of a ski slope, you might as well put a tire at the top of the ski slope. Okay? Okay. Dude, what? It ain't true. I don't get the bailout. I don't get the stop.
Why? What happens?
Why?
What
Why?
happens?
I just keep rolling. Shit rolls downhill. I don't stop. Now, could you imagine? Could you honestly be stopped at the bottom? There's a big bay window because that's the cafe, that's the bar where everybody's gonna go in and get warm and get their hot chocolate. And you're down there and you're looking for me, right? And all you see is this big whirlwind, like of snow and powder, shit just mixing. You're like,
Gloves.
what the fuck is that?
Goggles.
And it's just me tumbling down the hill.
You
I'm
start collecting
kids.
people.
I'm taking out families.
You're
Could you
collecting.
imagine?
It's growing. It goes right through the foggy goggles.
It's growing. Bro, it's me. Snowball, kids, families, dads. I have
a dog,
goggles.
a deer,
A dog?
a ski goes
Did you
flying.
see a dog?
A dog, dude. I've seen people take dogs on the slopes before. This dude,
Bro, you could picture it.
this dude, his dog ran beside him as he skied.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Could you imagine if that asshole cut in front of you? If he
Punt
cut
that
you, the
thing.
dog cut you off?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, though, so you don't want to put me on a fucking slope, dude.
I do. I want to see that so bad.
I know you do.
So
I know
bad,
for a fact you do.
Oh my god! I mean, you're gonna be on a roller coaster here within the next couple of years. I hope you know that. I'll give you a couple of years.
No
You're
reason for it.
You
No
have
reason
to.
for
You
it.
have to. You have to. Sorry. You have to.
How about? But how is it fair to say that you like you just said a while ago? You've made the point about the hot stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've also heard you say, "I know I just don't like spicy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to try it. What would make you think I'm going to like this? I just don't like spicy stuff." What makes you think I'm going to like a roller coaster? I don't like them.
Because I'm gonna love it.
That's it. That's why it happening.
Hey, if I get
All right, that's cool. That's cool because here's what we do: we eye for an eye. You want to see Cody on a roller, which is bullshit, which is such bullshit because this guy off cam and everything, he'll come up with some slick manipulative bullshit like, "Oh, hey guys, by the way, I have this already scheduled, and here's your ticket, here's your ticket, here's your ticket," and it's to the worst roller coaster on the goddamn in the park, and that's what. Oh no, you already signed up. Oh wait, I spent $50 on this ticket. He's gonna guilt me. I know how this shit works. But if we was talking honestly and fair, what should actually happen? We should go to a boardwalk. Let's say we'll call it boardwalk or whatever. Wherever we go on vacation, we have to find the restaurant that has the hottest challenge, and you have to eat a dozen of the hottest wings or something hot. And then it's an eye for an eye. But that's not how it goes. Puts me on the roller coaster first, physically puts me on there, sits me up there like a fucking kid. Here, get up there, sits me up there, and then he never owns up to his end of the deal because he has 100 reasons why he shouldn't. But guess what?
You really make
That's
me
how
sound
it
like a
goes
shyster. You really make me sound like a shyster.
Make you sound no. It's all out of good intention, remember? Because Cody loves roller coasters. Or is it because Lux wants to get the pleasure out of seeing me scream? And you guys want to know something else about the shyster? $10 says it's one of those roller coasters where they take the picture. I guarantee
That
you.
shit would be right
I
here.
guarantee you.
That would be right here. Cody.
I already know.
We'll put some thought into that. We'll put some thought into it. Maybe like the Buffalo Wild Wings challenge. We'll put some thought into that.
But the thing is, I don't want to see you suffer as bad as you want to see me suffer. So I really don't want to.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't see that happen. You probably feel some type of way seeing a good friend, just in actual physical pain as their body might.
No. I would love to see that, but I don't want to see that bad enough to ride a roller coaster. Is what I meant. Hell yeah, I want to see that happen. I would have been telling the waitress, don't change his burger out. What, the ciabatta bread? Don't let this pussy not eat the hot stuff. Come on, he's mocking you. He's making a joke of you right now. This is what he ordered. I just said some shit, but also, I have a feeling where this is something you would do. You would say, "Come on, man, I'll be right beside you." And then you tell the guy in the line, like, "Hey, I'm getting off this. I just got to convince him to get on." And then make me ride the damn thing by myself.
Oh, my God.
Or like, "Oh, no, it just takes you straight up in the air, Code. Don't worry. It doesn't spin. Nah, you're not going to stand here and get to watch it. Just come on. No, Lux, let me watch it. Let me see what it does. Nah, just come on, man. Get on. And then it does
So,
3
all right.
fucking flips, shoots me into the ocean.
So, what would you do? Would you do the Pittsburgh plunge?
I do the plunge.
You do that.
I do the
okay.
log jammer.
You do log
I'll
jammer's
do like
gone.
a spider.
Log jammer's gone. You wouldn't do the Aero 360 though.
Are you out of your fucking
You wouldn't
mind?
do the Aero 360.
Bro. There's a difference. There's a difference between nacho cheese spicy for you, which is the Pittsburgh plunge, and then the ghost pepper cheese, which is the Aero 360.
All right. What about all right? Do you know what the Black Widow is?
No, but you'll get me on the exterminator.
The Black Widow swings, doesn't
No.
flip. It swings
No.
and spins.
I won't even ride that ship. No,
You won't
I
do
won't
the
even ride
pirate
that
ship.
ship. I won't do the
pirate
ship.
ship.
I won't do the swings. I won't do a roundup. First of all, the swings won't buckle. Second of all, I don't. They tried to latch that thing over top of me, and they said, "This ain't gonna work." When the guy got on and was elbowing it and trying to get it all shut, he's like, "No, trust me, this thing will shut. Trust me." No.
You know the carnival ride where you get inside and it sucks you up against the wall?
The roundup won't do it.
Not the roundup.
Won't do it.
Not the roundup. The one that's closed. It's got like padded walls. You're not even restrained. You just lay. They're like they're like UFO things.
Lux, I just picture myself in that, and I look like a hot dog. Don't I? Bro, could you imagine me in there like this?
You'll do
Just imagine me in there like this, dude. Squished. How enjoyable would that? And now I can't. I'm forcing myself to keep my head up, right? Fuck that. Nah, I'm good, dude.
But you'll do like a wild mouse?
No, I won't. I didn't ride the wild mouse either.
Exterminator. That's what the exterminator
Yeah, I'll ride that one.
That's what it is. It's
I'll
a
ride
wild
the
mouse. Crazy mouse. It's the same thing.
Yeah, no, it's not. You want to know why?
Why?
You know why? It's ground level. I mean, obviously it's up off the ground, but it's not high and it's dark. So I don't see the heights part of it.
You don't really, because it's dark. You can't really tell.
That's why. And I don't imagine it's that high off the ground, is it?
So, all right. Wooden roller coaster.
Never. I did once.
Where at?
Lakemont or something?
Lakemont. Yeah, the leaps and dips.
No, I will never ride that. The kid tricked me to get on it. You know what? I'm lying to you. It wasn't even the adult version. I think it was the Thunderbolt. You know the Thunderbolt?
Wait.
It's wooden?
Yeah. That's at Kennywood.
Then that's what I rode the Thunderbolt.
Yeah,
Is it
Thunderbolt's
wooden?
Yeah, it's wooden.
I rode that.
Yeah.
And I was 12 years old and I was crying.
Mm-hmm. Lakemont has it's called leaps and bounds or something.
I will tell you this. No, they just scare the shit out of me, dude. Even thinking about them. Mm-hmm. Because I am curious to see, as an adult, the thrill. I'm curious to see what it feels like. So that's why I would be willing to do like the Exterminator and stuff or something similar to that, but
yeah,
I don't see it advancing from there. I don't.
Sure. Yeah, what you gotta do, you gotta do like the Universal or the Disney, the interactive.
Yeah, but it'd be the biggest waste of time for me. Too much walking.
Oh, I see what you mean that, but I bet if you did the Avatar ride, because you're stationary, you don't even move.
Well, I would do all those. I would do all those ones that take you through space.
That's where you would have to start. You'd have to start there. And then once you got the feel for that, the Avatar ride would be a good one for you. Because it feels like you're moving, but you're literally, you hop on a bike. You know those like Dave and Buster's motorcycle games? It's like those arcade motor. It's like that. Sure. Only the screen is like a giant IMAX screen. And you got like wind blowing on you and shit. I
used those at Dave and Buster's before. Mm-hmm. And some little kid came over and was like, look, he's floating. You couldn't see the bike. You couldn't see the bike.
Did you have your Janko jeans on? Floating. Did you have your Janko jeans on? Parachute pants. That's great.
I echo Untitled.
Oh my God.
Nah, man.
We'll get you.
When I look at so listen, I would have never went water tubing. Ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm surprised you, like, I've done it when I was a kid, but I'm surprised I even did it the time I did it.
That was fun, wasn't it?
So the reason why I wasn't afraid to do that is because it looked, it looked appealing to me in a sense. Same with the snowboarding. The snowboarding, in an honest answer, it looks appealing in a sense. So there's a chance you could get me to do that. I look at those roller coasters and I don't even get it. It's not even like, I wonder what it's like. I wonder, right? I don't give a fuck about those things. Like, who's going to strap my big ass and take me 100-mile-an-hour with uncontrollable fucking brakes? I'm not going to, no.
That's great.
Must be out of your fucking mind. But I'll let you drag me across the lake on a fucking tube.
We gotta get you acclimated because you're bringing new life into this world, and they're gonna want to ride roller coasters.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I should risk mine.
Yeah. We gotta get you.
My kid ain't gonna like roller coasters. First of all, have you seen my wife? She's 4'12". Okay, and I'm 5'3". This kid ain't gonna ride no roller coasters. Okay, this kid ain't gonna be able to ride no roller coasters. I actually don't think I can. They told me I used to Google search all the things that stunt my growth, and I would do that just so I didn't have to ride roller coasters.
Oh my god!
That's why I'm 5'3".
Drank bleach and smoked cigarettes.
I'll fire a cigarette up right now. I already got the bleach.
And lose an inch.
Bleach.
That's great. So at Wildwood, they had the skyscraper. You got to see the skyscraper. And you got to see the steel ball drop. If you had to do one of those two, are we putting your ass in a steel ball and dropping from the sky, or are you getting in the skyscraper and doing backflips? 70 stories high. Hold on. For you, this is like, do you want to shoot me in the head or do you want to poison me? I know that's what it's like for you.
No, for real, dude. I didn't want to say this on air because I wasn't serious about it, but I was going to make the joke like I'm committing suicide in the hotel the night before I have to ride these. But in all honesty, dude, that's a killer. It's the same to me.
Yeah.
Honestly, they're the same. You might as well just do whatever. Have your way with me.
I will say the steel ball, and then the thing where they harness you and then you just swing from the rope. Those two.
I'm probably doing that.
You would do that one. Just you
I'm
and
really
the rope.
choosing that over the steel ball.
The steel ball is probably the safest because if it breaks, you're in a steel ball. You're harnessed in.
It slingshots you.
Yeah, whatever.
It's slingshot. Yeah, it's literally cables. This thing is a big structure, dude.
Yeah.
And with that harness, well, no, oh my God, I can see those. I literally was standing there watching them. I was standing, dude, you guys were off bullshitting. Remember when you guys were like, where's Cody?
Yeah.
And I was standing there at the bottom of the steps for people to go up in line. And I was like, you sure you want to do this? Hey guys, I don't think you should do this. Hey, you think it's appropriate that you're taking your kid on this? Hey, listen, man, she looks like she's only 13. Is it, I don't think it's, and I'm just running my mouth. And they're like, who's this guy? And I'm like, listen, don't do it. Those abortion guys, those abortion people out in Johnstown that have the signs and shit. And they're like, pro-life. That was me. I was like, pro no roller coasters. I was just like, don't get on there. You don't want to.
No thrill rides.
No thrill rides. You don't want to do this. Dude. Hey, you sure you want to do this?
Bro.
I can't.
All right, here's what we need to happen. We just need this podcast to get so popular that we can turn it into a show, and then that one of our episodes will be getting Cody at Kennywood or to an amusement park. That's what we need. We just need this show to get so popular we'll get to that point.
Episode, we're gonna make an ass of Cody.
Yes. Exactly. And then we'll have an episode where I get to eat freaking.
Welcome to the Killing Time podcast.
I got to go on Hot Ones in another episode.
I can't. No. See, I can't even joke about it. I would love to be like, yeah, maybe one day, even though I know it's never gonna happen. I'm like,
you're gonna go on roll. I mean, it's just there's all those to it. I mean, if we got to go water park, then Universal, then like actual thrill rides, if that's the ascension we got to take, we'll do it. But it's gonna happen. If I got to buy tickets, I got to buy tickets.
I will get on a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
I will get on a roller coaster, but it's gonna cost you.
Yeah. If I got to buy tickets, I got to buy tickets.
No. It ain't about buying tickets. It's about I have to
I'll buy
pay
the
300. Yes, yeah, I gotta buy tickets. I gotta buy
I gotta
tickets.
buy
See?
tickets. You
See
know.
how he is?
Yeah.
How he is. Hey, listen, man. I just went ahead and purchased these tickets
What's your
here
name
for you.
on
I
it?
know you
Are
said
we
you
gonna
don't.
be there at 9:05? We're gonna be at Gazebo B.
That's literally like me saying,
Oh.
"Hey, man, I bought you some hot wings, extra hot. I know you don't like them, but here you go,
Mm-hmm.
buddy." Oh, you're not gonna eat my hot wings? The ones that I bought. I bought you these.
I
My
made them for
hard-earned
you.
money.
I made these. I made the sauce. This is my Nana's
Exactly.
recipe. She died for this in the Holocaust. She made hot sauce in the
It's when she
Holocaust.
She made hot sauce in the Holocaust, and it was crazy. The specialty was when she would put it in those barrels with Jew blood, and then she would step on. She would step on them, and it would run the sauce
Their
through her
dysentery
toes.
feet. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
This is terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, good thing we can't get canceled. Shit.
For what? Jew blood?
Anything, bro. They just canceled Gina Carano.
Well, they ain't canceling me from what I can't be. I don't have nothing to cancel me from.
No, you're right. From AT&T.
What's up? They're like, hey, you know what? they're like, hey, you know what? We're gonna cancel you, man.
Mm-hmm. Please. I've been waiting to get canceled. I can do this for a living. At some point. Holy shit. Well,
I make AT&T money.
Yeah.
And they don't notice me.
No.
They ain't gonna notice me now.
No, you're right.
No.
You're right. You're right.
Anyways.
All right. We got anything else to go over?
Yeah. You watching the fight this weekend?
Hold on.
Derek Lewis, Curtis Blades.
Yes.
Gonna be an interesting fight here.
Yes. For sure.
Who do you think takes it?
Derek Lewis. For sure.
Ooh.
I like Curtis Blades
Really?
a lot. I like him a lot, but I like Derek Lewis.
Derek's getting better.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good fight.
I mean, there's definitely a good game plan out there for Blades to win. He's a very good wrestler, but it's not as easy as just being a good wrestler. With
You want to see Lewis win.
Yeah.
You want to see him win if he just clips him. But yeah,
hey,
man.
Blades couldn't beat
really
Ngannou, so I don't. Why should Blades be able to beat Lewis? Not that they're the same person, but you get what I'm saying. And Lewis beat Ngannou.
Which is true, because Lewis is going to give him a little bit more of a fight.
Yeah.
Because he's gotten better at wrestling. He's got a little bit more athletic on the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, to see him make transitions and stuff that he did in the athletic form for a heavyweight, I mean, it was pretty decent.
Especially
He's usually
against
just
Marcin Tybura. Was that his last fight?
You ever seen one of those? Yeah. No. I think did he fight
Volkov and then Tybura? I think it was. Can't remember.
I don't remember now, and I should. But yeah, man, I don't think I have anything crazy. I'm hoping we can get back to normalcy at some point with the country, and I want to see some stand-up comedy.
Yes, dude.
I'm jonesing to go to a show, dude.
Oh yeah.
How are you? How are you? Yeah, Olenek. That's who it was. How are you handling this? Listen, in the beginning, I wouldn't ask this question. I mean, obviously, it's a no-brainer for me to talk about it closer to the pandemic start, because it was all going through it, and it was one of those things where we just had to be okay with it, right? Yeah. And we still do have to be okay with it to an extent, but is it starting to get to you at all? Is this with you? And I'm asking you because, I mean, I enjoy doing things with you, but you're the type of guy that likes to do events. You like to create gatherings and get-togethers, and you're always doing shit, man. You always like to be active with just having fun and thrills, right? You like to go to concerts. And how's it getting to you right now, man? Is it getting to you at all?
I mean, no, because I try to be as mentally tough as possible, just as in every aspect in life. I just try to not let shit get to me. So I can't say it's really affecting me away. And while you were saying that, it's like, I'm not the life of the party kind of guy. I'm not like this extreme social butterfly, but the reasons you just said the things you are is because, like, to me, without getting too deep here, like tomorrow is not given. Like I want to make this a life worth living. So when I got the opportunity to go to see a band or to go to a music festival, to go to a football game, to have friends over, to go to a cookout, to go to a rib festival, when I got the opportunity to do that shit, yeah, the way I look at it, you got to do that shit because every other
No, and you
day
you
you're
opened me up to
working.
that.
Every other day you're work, you're going to bed, you're waking up, you're going to work. You just got you're in your daily routine, and it gets so taxing and so exhausting. And now more than ever, people are going to realize that shit. Like, I just don't want to miss out on life. I'm already
No,
26
man.
years old. Not to say I'm old, but, and there's so much shit I want to do. So much shit I
So
want to do
you
in this life.
you opened that up to me. Like I
Mhm.
was like, you're an adult. You got to put that stuff past you. And what I meant, most of it was, I had the mentality of being an adult and not going out. And I always thought, like, coming from like a small town, you'll understand this because there's not a lot of opportunity for things to do, right? So a lot of things that went on in the small town was going to the bars, and that's not me. So I thought the only way to have a good time and live life was like going to the bar. So I put it in other things with my marriage, and I was trying to live so much like an adult, not realizing. And I mean, I've done things like I go see a comedy show, go to a Penguins game, but the fact of like us getting together, watching fights and stuff, it's like, wow, um, there's more to life than just being stuck working. And also, you don't have to be a booze bag. You can still do things that you enjoyed when you were younger, and still that you still enjoy, and still make it happen, and still be a responsible adult. I always felt like I was less of an adult or less of a man if I was not a man, but I hate to sound this way. It sounds like I'm real prideful, but I was always felt less if I was out doing, like, if I was going to my friend's house twice a week or anything like that. You know what I mean? Whereas now it's like, and COVID showed us this. It's not guaranteed, man. It's not. It's tomorrow's not guaranteed, like you're saying. Again, I don't want life to pass me by. And it's you getting me out and being like, yo, let's take a trip. We're gonna take a trip this year. I normally took a trip with my wife, and which we still do, but it was like cool to go with the guys the first time we went and everything like that. And it got me back in that vibe of like, yo, I need to be doing stuff. I can't just let life slip me by, and especially when I'm having a kid now and stuff. We're gonna be doing all kinds of craziness. I'm ready for the world to come back the way it was, and not on my selfish behalf, on the behalf of everybody. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it just so I can do the things I want, just because I'm just ready for it all to be over. I'm ready to try to get back to normal and just live life again, right?
Yeah, we've had we've had it relatively good living in Pennsylvania. People like to complain, but like, there's people in California that literally haven't been to a restaurant since last February, like last March. So, in other parts of the country, there's places that just been devastated by this thing. So we're relatively comfortable where we're at in Pennsylvania, with the liberties that we've been given. So I can't complain, as I still got my health, I still got my family, I still got a job. I got nothing to complain about. It sucks. I'm so over it. I hate wearing masks just as much as everyone else, but I'm respectful. I realize I got to do my part to help us get through it, just like everyone else. So, uh, but yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for this shit to be over.
Me too.
Mhm.
And again, maybe a little selfish now of me saying that, because before I was just like, just shut up and get through it with everybody.
Yeah, and
Just
if
anything, anybody.
it's hard to tell, but I think if a lot more people would have got on board, we'd be through this shit. We'd be through.
I'm getting
It's hard. I really think we would have if a lot more people, because I saw it come and go in other countries. So I know it's come back in a lot of places, but I get, there's so many moving parts. I get it, and when you live in a country with a system that we have, where just shit just doesn't get done, for as great as a country as we have, shit just doesn't get done, and that's why we're
I
the
mean,
worst country in the world when it comes to this pandemic.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just I'm ready to hear some live performances and
Uh-huh.
just, I don't know, man. I'm just
Yeah.
jonesing.
Yep, I hear you.
So nothing else new?
No, no, I don't have anything else. No, wish I did.
No, of course he doesn't. But I'll share it. Um, did you Did you start in your new position yet?
Yeah, I did.
How you liking that?
Like it a lot. Mostly just been doing a lot of training with my manager. Most of it. I mean, I've had a couple customer interactions here. Haven't sold a car yet, but I haven't had a lot of opportunities to do so yet. The multitude of things with, especially the weather, how bad it's been this February, how business is just slow. With the industry, the car industry is hit really bad right now with inventory. It's hard for them. There's a lot of shortages on components. It's not so much that the manufacturers are shut down. A lot of the parts, the companies that make these components like microchips for computers and shit like that's a big one. There's a lot of cars and a lot of manufacturers don't have microchips for the computers. So they're just sitting on assembly lines. That's a big problem. So we don't have a lot of inventory. There's a multitude of things going on, but it's it's a perfect time for me to learn my shit and then get ready.
Real quick, you did hear him say he hasn't sold a car yet. So if anybody's wondering, he works for K&G Auto Sales. One dime down. Everybody's approved. He's in Blairsville, Pennsylvania. If one dime down, Mitsubishi. Everybody's approved.
Come get your new Mitsubishi.
K&G Auto Sales.
dime it down. That's great.
You're selling foreign cars, so I imagine it's not easy to get what you need right now.
Shit. American cars are made in Mexico,
right?
So.
I mean, regardless of how foreign or where they're at, they're not making Mercedes here, right?
So, you can get the two biggest SUVs.
Or are they? I don't know this.
The two biggest SUVs, the GLE and the GLS, are made in Alabama. And then everything else we get from mostly Germany. We'll get a couple cars from South Africa, actually. We'll get a couple cars from Finland, and then they also have some production in Mexico. But primarily out of Alabama, the two models, and then everything else is in Germany. And then if you get a G-Wagon, G-Wagons are actually built in Austria. The only thing that they make in Austria is G-Wagons.
I don't know why I knew that, but I knew that for some reason. Also, why do they only make two models in Alabama?
I don't have an answer for that.
Why do they only make the G-Wagon in Austria?
Austria, they have a G-Wagon center there. And everything G-Wagon
is done there. That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird that they would it would just be like only two cars are being made here. And that's it. For some reason, we don't know why, but it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No. Congratulations, good for you, man. I hope everything goes smooth.
Yeah, it's awesome. I've been there almost 8 months now. So it's been great. It's been great to work somewhere, not despise every second of it. It's been pretty refreshing.
Well, no, and it's not, and to elaborate a little bit on what you're talking about is some people have their fit, and some people aren't doing what they should be doing, and not necessarily do you want to be. Did you go to college, or obviously you didn't go to college to sell Mercedes, but that's a good niche for you, man. That's a good place for you. You're a car guy. You're good at sales. You love money.
Mm-hmm.
What more can you ask for?
Mm-hmm.
It's a great company too, but
yeah,
I mean, you're not interested in. I mean, a little bit what I do is more so on the. You gotta be willing to have
Yeah.
What the hell I do? You know what it is. It's like it only keeps me around is a little bit is because of the talking aspect of it. The fact that
you can have fun.
I don't know.
You can definitely have fun with it, but
yeah, I have fun. But
just the way you get treated in the phone industry, from your bosses, from your managers, from your customers, and it really depends on who you work for. And you work for good people now, so that's nice. But you know what it is.
My whole point to it, Mercedes is definitely a better fit for you.
Yeah, and not only that, the people I work for are great. The people I work with are great too. That's the big thing. Because there's dealerships out there that have slimy car salesman thing. Like, there's none of that. I don't need to
Yo,
deal
like,
with any of that.
it's nice. I just thought about this, and it goes back to like you said it just a couple minutes ago about the fact that I work for some decent people or whatever, but it is nice working for a company where they give you the answer.
It's
How many companies did we work for where we had to find the answer? Like they were looking
it's
at us
night and
like,
day.
you tell us.
It's
You
night
tell
and
us
day,
the
and
answer.
it's
So
and that's they fail. You fail. You might not fail as a whole, but individually you'll fail whenever you're in environments like that. It's
we
absolutely
had to tell people
miserable.
we worked for companies that were big companies.
Mm-hmm.
Big companies. I mean, they weren't your mom and pops. I mean, these were 3,000 stores. And this guy we have to tell you how to run your company.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. What do we know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is.
Yep.
It's good. But congratulations on the promotion.
Thank you.
I know you wouldn't say it. But it's good for you, man. It's
Thank you.
finally like you said, not going and hating your life.
Yeah, it's great. Definitely.
I guess that's it, man. I don't really have anything else. About to have a baby, 35 weeks. My wife's pregnant.
That's crazy. I'm excited for you.
You are?
I know. I'd be scared
When
to
do I
death if
start
I
getting-
was you. But
When do I start getting excited? Yeah, I'm scared to death.
do not ask me a second don't think for a second I got the answers for you. I'm excited for you because I know at some moment it's going to click for you, and it might. I'm not going to say when because I have no clue, but at some moment it's going to click for you, and then you'll understand. But
Yeah, sure.
it's hard for you to think that about yourself because I know I don't feel that way about myself where I'm at. So. But once it clicks and you're like,
it feels
shit.
like just yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Lux, it feels like just yesterday we were at the Greenville Manor and we were tormenting old people. You know,
Bro,
how am I going to be a dad?
You know what I was talking about?
How
today?
was it? Huh?
An hour ago. No, well, we've been doing this for an hour now, but like when I was eating ghost pepper cheese, I was talking about Winchester, West Virginia, or whatever that town's called.
Virginia.
Yes.
Where we help some people escape. We're not going to go into it, but
yo, and we indulged in some trail mix.
Exactly. If it just feels like yesterday, we were screaming in old people's face to the point where their dentures fell out. Right? And now I'm going to be a dad?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. It's all right though. I won't stop. We'll still go down and kick canes on Thursday.
Of course.
I'm cool with it.
Have to. It's a
we're not gonna change, but
it's a ritual.
It's a fucking ritual at this point.
That's great.
Just roll.
Roll. I'm a horrible person, aren't I?
No.
I'm a horrible person. No?
No, because here's the thing. How funny. If there's a good joke to be made. Now listen. Here's the deal. If I felt any kind of intent or malicious behind it, like if I felt it was like, it's always around the people that understand me and know me, right?
Yeah.
I would have made the joke myself. How's that make you horrible? That's fucking awesome. For all you listening that don't know, I had to park about a mile up the hill.
He had to park at the zoo.
I had to park about a mile up the hill.
He parked by a penguin.
When I was at the top of the hill, Lux lives in the middle of the hill. I'm about a mile from Lux's house.
At least.
But it's a straight shot up this hill. You can see a mile up the hill. A mile, I tell you. It's a long ass hill. He
pinged me in Warzone.
Not even exaggerating this. So I get about, I don't know, 800 yards from the house, and all you could see is this big silhouette. But no one knew what it was, right? Nobody knew what it was. So Lux yells, "Is that you?" I yell back, "Yeah, it's me." Then he proceeds to yell back, "Just roll." I said, "Okay." Listen, what's the coincidence at the same time me making the joke, I trip and fall and skid 15 yards down the hill on my stomach? How does it happen?
Oh,
That's the coincidence.
he was huffing and puffing. I didn't
What?
want him to abuse his legs anymore.
Well, that's what the problem was. That's what
the.
I was like.
Just roll. Send it,
You got, look how red I just turned, bro. I just turned purple. Listen, look, bro. What this?
Oh. Just send it, buddy. Just send. Take a load off and roll.
Like I'm walking down.
I'll stop you. Oh.
And he says, "Just roll." And then that's about the time my boot let loose. I don't know what happened after that. All I know is I woke up and I was face down in 2 ice cream sandwiches. I don't know what the fuck happened after that. I have no idea. I have no idea. I woke up to Greg nursing me back and 2 ice cream sandwiches.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Good times, my man. Good times.
God. Always.
No, never change. Just roll.
Beautiful.
I'm getting a shirt with that put on it. I'm just getting a shirt with that put on it. It says just roll. You know, it's just do it, just roll.
Yeah.
Oh, no, because then they'll probably think it's some kind of a plot reference or something.
Maybe.
Can't do that.
Whatever.
Anyways. No, we good, bro?
Yes, sir.
Everything's
that was great.
good?
Yes, sir. That was a great episode. If I do say so ourselves. Always a great time talking to you.
Oh, yeah, it's fun, man.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
100%.
All right, soldier.
We're getting out this bitch.
Yes, we are. Until next week. Thanks for everyone watching. Killing Time Podcast. Subscribe. Good night.
Yeah.